a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits.
Enthusiasm, that's what we need. Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Robert.
Charlie.
And Phoebe. Sorry, was that not
We said-
enthusiastic enough?
We
And
said with
Phoebe.
enthusiasm.
And Phoebe!
You have an exclamation point on your name in this call. You need
I do.
more enthusiasm. You know? You need to be a cartoon character.
I'm sorry.
How dare you? What are we here for? What's up? What's happening here?
I think we're just here to reflect and like look at the mirror.
Mhm.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
That's pretty gay.
But yeah, we have our returning guest, Phoebe, who was last here for so many birthdays. So it's been a while. Phoebe, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great, actually.
What one could say, so many birthdays have passed since the last time you were here because people are bored and have birthdays every day. That's something I don't want to think about. Before we get into the episode at hand, Phoebe, would you like to remind our audience what you do on the internet and how you exist? Also, drop your pronouns because that's something I don't think we did last time.
I don't remember. I try to do that every time we introduce someone, but yeah.
My pronouns are she, her. And I am the co-host of the Monster Donut podcast, which is a Percy Jackson analysis podcast. And I don't know. That's it. That's probably where you know me from.
I mean, I also know you because you're Phoebe from Tumblr.
I'm also Phoebe from Tumblr. There are so many Phoebes on Tumblr, though. I'm very sorry for people who were around in 2014 for the drop of House of Hades.
Yeah, 2014 Tumblr was the Wild West, Phoebe, and you were just out there gunslinging around.
You couldn't have spoiled me because back in those days I was reading the books like in 24 hours. So nothing spoiled Charlie at that point. I was spoiling other people.
I've always been a fairly slow reader because I like to kind of take my time, or like watching shows or anything. I tend to take my time, but I felt like I had to speed through those books when they were coming out because I was getting the books early and everyone wanted to know what was happening.
Yeah.
So
I had a friend who was reading them with me, and I was like, I gotta read it before her. I gotta do it, so I gotta read it within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steven Universe, is that why we're here? Or is this now a Percy Jackson podcast again?
Another one.
Listen, Robert's making another Percy Jackson podcast.
A third one. Third time's a charm. But no. We're here to talk about Steven Universe. More specifically, we're here to talk about Steven Universe Season 1, Episode 25, Mirror Gem, which premiered September 25th, 2014.
Wow. Amazing. Was this like a part 1 of these 2 episodes? Like, were they together? Or...
That's a great question.
I feel like it feels like a part 1 of like a special or something.
It definitely, I see them as a 2-part episode, but I don't actually know if they came out as like the 2-part special.
Yeah, it feels hard. It feels weird to separate them like this, even though I know that's how they are technically separated.
I know, I was like, should I watch the next one also or no?
No.
You can watch it after this.
You can. Nothing's stopping you. And then after that, just keep watching Steven Universe until it's like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it.
That's the danger. If I had let it keep playing, I wouldn't have even shown up. I would have still been watching Steven Universe today.
I see no problems. Like, just watch Steven Universe.
Imagine just watching Steven Universe for
Yeah,
ever.
I'll just log out now and go keep watching, actually. Bye, guys.
How long is Steven Universe in its entirety? I remember somebody calculated.
Oh, let's see if Google has the answer. How many hours is Steven Universe? How long did it take to watch every episode of Steven Universe? 1 day, 14 hours, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I could do that.
Knock that out over a
Yeah.
weekend.
I can do that in my sleep.
Charlie, you can somehow watch that day and a half worth of TV in like 2 hours.
I can. It's a talent. And
I
I
would
don't
say it's
watch
a
things on
curse.
2 times speed.
I would say it's a curse.
You're welcome. Will I retain all of it? Probably not, but
Charlie, have you watched the new Doctor Who yet?
no, I haven't. I'm
Cancelled.
rewatching all of the old stuff.
Cancelled.
Or old quote unquote. New Who, but old Who. Old New Who.
Listen, I can't fault you because New Who started 19 years ago.
And they've rebooted it back on season 1, so it's a problem. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck did you guys do that?
I don't know. Do I look like why are you talking to me like I'm the BBC?
You're not even the BBC. I blame Disney because Disney now has it.
We should all just blame Disney for many.
Does
You're
that
being
help?
soft.
Much
Oh, there
better.
we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're ready to talk about Steven Universe?
Never. We never talk about Steven on this podcast.
You'd be fucking surprised. Like, one of these days, the next episode I edit, which I guess it's going to be this one, I should calculate how much of the episode we actually talk about Steven Universe and how much we don't.
Oh wait, no, we're gonna do it next episode. That's right.
Next episode
That's
is the
my segment is
point.
next episode.
Oh, jeez.
But Robert, I do have a post.
You have a post? Hey, Mr. Postman, bring me the post. Bring me the post. I love the post.
That's not our mail song.
Cute.
It's what we do. I got an email. I was so confused. Sometimes I'm just like, is this email from a real person? You know how that happens with your pod emails? Does anyone get those? Where you're just like, is this a person or is this not a person? Can't tell. You have to read it to find out. But hey, look, it used our name, so this is a real person. This is not like, hey, the bits su pod at gmail.com or whatever.
Don't you want to join our other podcasting platform or whatever?
I know.
We get a lot
God.
of those.
I hate those people. But we got this. It's called From a Fan. Hello, Charlie and Robert. I just finished listening to the whole podcast, and I've been loving it. You both carry the podcast well with structured bits and fun humor. It's been great company for me while studying college. I especially love how you keep it fresh with new guests every so often. Shout out to Phoebe being not a new guest because she's been on. I have a question, but feel free to skip it if you're waiting for a later episode to talk about this stuff. Don't matter. It don't matter, my dude. We have spoilers all the time. It don't matter. How would you feel about a revival of the show? With Rebecca Sugar expressing interest in a recent interview, and there's a link here, and breaking their social media hiatus with TikTok and a new album. I feel like it's possible. Do you think the show has had its run? Would it be too soon? And this is from Arista. I don't know. I feel like it's only been 10 years. It's kind of early for brand new. If we do like maybe spin-off, maybe sequel. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about shows that ended,
But
like current reboots, and I'm like, let's see, what's something that rebooted? Ben 10 rebooted like 15 years after the original series, or like 10, no, actually no, 10 years. So you know what? Maybe.
yeah, but I don't want a reboot of this.
I mean, nobody wants a reboot, but also that's what Hollywood likes to do.
Yeah. I'd feel like I got enough out of Steven Universe Future to be
Yeah.
like we've addressed everything I wanted to have addressed, and we can we can let it die. um, but are
Like,
there things that were left unanswered that you guys are like, actually, no, I'd want to see a reboot so that I could see more of that?
I mean, I feel like if we let Steven go, like Steven himself, like
Mm,
go and have a happy life, and we like I don't know, visit like the other humans or like Lars of the Stars. Like if we got like a Lars of the Stars spinoff, I feel like I'd be super into it.
spin-off rather than reboot, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if see, I don't love a reboot most of the time unless it's like Scooby Doo or something. Like stuff that like can have like reboot, you know, that's fine. This is special. This is like a special show.
I'm being reminded of the people who want or wanted Heroes of Olympus to instead be like a continuation with Percy and Annabeth, to be a whole brand new gaggle of demigods, and like Percy and Annabeth are in their 30s or whatever.
That also would have been fun though. Okay, like imagine if that had been Heroes, I would have been fine with that. You know, like let the hero of the story have a rest and don't do a full reboot with that same person. Let somebody else in the universe have something going on. Heck, make it a prequel. Talk about Greg. Talk about how Rose and Greg fell in love.
Or also just a prequel
Or
of like the Gem War.
true, that'd be so dark
Yeah,
though.
I would absolutely watch that.
Yeah, no. If it were anything else in the universe, I'd absolutely love it.
Yeah, but not something that would continue following Steven, I don't think.
And then like if it were live action, no.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
I mean, I'll watch it once and then I'll be like, "Wow, I didn't need to see that."
To be fair, I'm trying to think of a show that had a live action adaptation like 10 years afterwards. Probably Kim Possible is the first one that comes to mind.
I was gonna say
hmm
Ben 10.
Ben 10 had it's a live action. It wasn't an adaptation. It was just a separate story but live action, and that was during Ben 10's original run.
Oh, it
Oh,
was during the original? I didn't know that.
It was like 2 years after the show started.
Oh, okay. I thought it was later. I definitely watched one of those.
Was it with a kid or a teen?
I don't remember.
Was there a giant dinosaur or was there a fluffy orange thing?
I have no memories of it, Robert. I'm not gonna lie. I just remember it was a Ben 10 movie, it was live action, and I didn't know what was happening because I didn't watch Ben 10.
And when I showed you the first episode when I visited Boston, you just like didn't pay attention.
No, that's how I watch media. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure it is. Tell me what happened in the first episode, Charlie.
You gotta watch.
I'm thinking about the fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme being like, name a law you can't break. Don't steal. Nah, it's my fault for making it too easy.
I was gonna say he got the damn watch in the first episode. I know that.
So hey, can we talk about Steam Universe?
No, we can't. This is like us derailing forever. Anyway, thank you for your question, Arista.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the episode opens up with Steven talking to Connie on the phone, and Connie's explaining to him the concept of summer vacation.
Isn't this so funny though? Steven just like vacation? School? What are these things? Oh, to be Steven.
The fact that he has no idea what school is. Like I mean, I was watching this. Obviously I was laughing, but I was also thinking about the fact that he has not been afforded so much of what the average child has.
He's not been to school, he has not been to the doctor. He doesn't I think that Connie's his first friend, like other than the gems.
Yeah, like he's missing a societal human experience.
He doesn't have a social security number. He's not a citizen.
No, he definitely
When
doesn't.
when he leaves at the end of the series, is does he go to college? I forgot. Or is he just going around the world?
Uh, un- Unclear if he goes to college. We know Connie does for sure, but Steven, no idea. Does he even have a driver's license? No idea, but he has a car.
So he's just illegally driving a van throughout the United States. Got it.
Not a
It's very
van.
possible.
It's
Or a
the
car,
it's the
yeah.
it's the Dondai. Yeah, I like to bring the realism into this show too often to be like, is Steven even a citizen of Earth? Like technically?
All right, but somebody needs to show him Phineas and Ferb. So he like here. This is your crash course of summer vacation.
True. True, true, true. Steven would be a Phineas and Ferb fan. Let's be clear.
Mhm.
Steven has ADHD.
He does. We all know it.
So yeah, Steven's never been to school. He gets Pearl to set up a school, quote unquote. And when Pearl finds out that it's just learning shit, she's like, "Oh, I got this!" And then she pulls out a mirror from her gem.
The
Yeah.
fact that Pearl doesn't know the word school? What?
But I guess she knows the word kindergarten.
Right.
Hey.
This was so funny to me because it was like she just went along with everything that Steven said. Didn't ask a single follow-up question herself, the way that Steven says in like the next line. Like she was just like, "Oh, you want something called a school? You need a chalkboard and a desk?
And what
Okay."
you do?
Like no, nothing else. Just sure.
Why do I never ask follow-up questions? Steven, we're all wondering why you don't. We all want to know why you never ask questions.
He
Uh,
grew up in a house where no one will answer them, so why would he ask follow-up questions?
oh, you're so right. You're so right. You know what? The other thing could be Garnet, actually. Garnet doesn't ask questions.
Well, I mean, Garnet
Mm.
kind of
Ever.
knows more or less what's everything's supposed to happen with her future vision, so she doesn't really need to question anything.
Do you not know this lore, Robert?
Oh, the fucking like the theory that Garnet never asks a question or something like that.
Yeah. I mean it's like a theory. Yeah.
Despite the fact that she asks a question multiple times throughout the series.
I think it's only early Steven that it happens, but yeah. It's because they hadn't figured that part out yet. I still like it as a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching. Shout out to 2024 being the year that a bunch of my favorite YouTubers are either retiring or getting outed as creeps. What a world.
Oof.
Big oof. So Pearl finds out that school's about learning. She procures the gem mirror and she's like, "Hey, show us the galaxy warp." And the mirror does not work. So, hey, school's out for the summer.
Hey! Yeah, this is just a mirror. It's got a gem on the back of it. It's cracked.
Charlie,
Don't worry about it. Just
Charlie,
don't worry about anything. Yeah.
for one not getting punched in the arm, true or false, is School's Out a song?
School's out for summer.
Okay, so is that yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, for a second not punch in the arm, who is it written by?
Don't ask me these questions.
It's Alice Cooper, isn't it? Unless I'm misremembering it.
If you don't know the answer, why are you asking me?
Because I want to bully you, Charlie.
You're not allowed to ask a question you don't know the answer to
Alice Cooper, I
if
was
you're
correct.
trying to make fun of me.
I was correct. Charlie, A, I love that song. B, I played a shit ton of Guitar Hero when I was a kid, so I have every song on that
Mm.
board memorized.
Okay. See, my brain just goes to the song from Grease 2. Gotta get back to
Oh, yeah,
school
Grease 2, the
again.
canonical Grease movie.
Leave me alone. That movie made me fall in
I
love with
am
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I am not
Okay?
making fun of you. I am referencing a very niche joke that only Hank and John Green fans would understand.
Well, that's not me.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Every time I hop on, I feel like it's been the past 2 or 3 episodes that I make a reference to something that nobody gets.
I'm so sorry, Robert. You're so niche.
I mean, I definitely was supposed to be a fan of them because everyone around me was, but I wasn't.
I feel like I'm the same way, but you know me. I'm a hipster. Can't like
You're
things that everyone else does.
Right, I couldn't be like them.
So Steven takes the mirror out to the beach and bumps into Lars and Sadie. Talks to them about their summer plans, where Sadie is just like, I'm kind of pissed I have to work at a donut shop for the summer. And Lars is like, oh, I'm gonna talk to all the cool summer babes. I might even call one of them. Eee!
Sadie's like, ooh, I might make a new friend.
He's
Ooh.
specifically looking to home wreck, though. Like, he's specifically looking for girls who have left their boyfriends behind to come to the beach.
He's Lars. He's kind of a jerk right now still.
Listen, I'm not saying it's foreshadowing to Sadie being some flavor of queer, but she didn't say boyfriend or girlfriend. She said friend in like a very
Mhm.
italicized way.
No, it's foreshadowing. This is my pansexual girl, like right here, okay?
I can't wait till we get to the trivia and it's gonna be like, this is the foreshadowing that Sadie is queer.
Probably. Could be. Anyway, Steven is just like walking in the middle of the street, even though it's not actually the street, it's the boardwalk. And there's a car.
Mayor Dewey.
Mayor Dewey. Don't we love the Dewey Mobile though? It's kind of fun. It's awful, but it's also kind of fun.
I would drive it.
Wouldn't you drive a truck with or not truck, a van with your head on it?
Yes, I absolutely would.
Imagine driving that truck through like or that van through like the zombie apocalypse or something. That's your getaway vehicle in the zombie apocalypse. Mayor Dewey.
I would hope I found a way to turn the volume off. Like, I don't want to be found.
I feel like it has to be at full volume and you can't turn it off.
That's
I
when I
think
ditch the car then. Just start running.
if I remember correctly, that was like not a plot point, but it was something important. And like one of the first few episodes of The Walking Dead was that Glenn was driving a car that they couldn't turn the radio off. I remember they turned the radio on, I think, to distract the walkers. I think that's what it was. I've not seen the first few episodes of The Walking Dead in a while because that show went to shit very fast. And I also kind of don't like zombies that much. I'm afraid.
I also don't like zombies.
I don't mind them. They're not scary to me, but they're not exciting to me.
Zombie post-apocalypses are scary to me. Now, when I watch iZombie, I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
I can watch Shaun of the Dead very easily because it's a very funny comedic movie, and it's less about the zombies and it's more about the characters.
Hmm. Well, Steven Universe, still
Steven
zombieless.
Universe, yeah. So, but the reason that Steven gets out of the way is because the mirror warns him the van's coming.
Mhm.
Ooh. Isn't that interesting? It like talked to him or it replayed something that it saw, which is exactly what Rose kind of said it does,
Hmm.
is that it can show you anything it's seen before. And so it finds ways to talk to him.
When did Rose say that?
I thought Pearl. I said Pearl. Did
Nope,
I
you
not
said
say Pearl?
Rose. You said
You
you're
didn't.
mixing up your moms.
Shut up. Shut up.
You're mixing up Canon Mom with Bird Mom. You're mixing them up.
Okay, well Pearl said that. And so the mirror just like starts talking to him kind of.
Hmm.
And then we get the best joke ever, right? It's a fart joke.
It's a fart joke. Listen, fart jokes are childish in every way, but you can do a fart joke pretty funny. You can do a very good one, and this is a pretty good one.
I mean, it's very easy to make fun of Mayor Dewey. So like just a simple fart joke in the middle of his speech, perfect. That's all you need. Every time he's like the release or like the hot summer and I'm just like, okay, fart, 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 like
He's definitely
wonderful.
very much like the mayor of a small beach town. I'm very much reminded because I only recently watched it for the first time. I'm sorry, not the first time. For the first time in a while. I need to preface this. There we go. The movie Jaws, in which the mayor kind of lets a lot of people die because he's like, listen, we could shut the beach down because the shark's killing us, or I could keep the beach open and make money.
Yeah, that's Mayor Dewey. That's something that he would do.
Mayor Dewey, honestly, after a certain point, Mayor Dewey would not call an expert to take care of Jaws. He would just send the crystal gems after Jaws, and then we'll find out that Jaws is a crystal gem shark.
Oh my god. Wait, where's the fanfic of this actually?
What the this exists?
Huh?
I'm sorry, you telling me there's Jaws X Steven Universe fanfiction?
I said, where is the fanfic of this? Because that would happen. Like
Oh,
what
you
you
know,
just said right there. Like he sends the gems in, and it's just like a corrupted gem shark or something, or like
it's just King Shark from the DC universe. King Shark is a shark. King Shark is a shark.
it's another non-canon crossover.
Don't worry, this one's not canon.
Don't worry about it.
I
Yeah.
hate how good of an Uncle Grandpa voice I can do, because it's just like compressing on the voice. Good morning. Don't worry, Steven. This one isn't canon.
Well, now you can be the next Uncle Grandpa.
That's a show that they should absolutely fucking reboot. It's been almost 10 years. Let's bring back Uncle Grandpa. Come on. You right here. The voice of Uncle Grandpa for the reboot. I'm I'll sell my soul. I'll do it.
Hire them. Do it. Hire them. Do it,
Hire
Cartoon
me.
Network. I dare you.
Hire me. Also, if you know how to if you want to elevate my career so that slowly but surely I can somehow get a cameo on the Percy Jackson show by season 5, call me.
It's the goal.
That's the goal. That's why I'm like trying to like learn how to video edit and shit so that I can become super cool big Percy Jackson content creator, and then when it comes time to have a fuck ton of cameos and like just random creators in the streets of Manhattan for the 5th season, I want to be there.
I
I
was
want
gonna say, is the goal not just for all of us to just be like the sleeping people in in New York? Is that not the goal? You just want to be a
absolutely the
random
goal.
sleeping body?
Listen, I want to be ballsy. I want to specifically be the guy that Percy and Annabeth take off the Vespa.
I was about to say that I wanted to be I think it's Will and Percy that steal
Yeah, no,
the
it's Will and
motorcycle
Percy.
or Vespa.
I just
But
reread this
The
chapter.
first time, no, what? There was Percy and Annabeth get on a Vespa or something, going to the rivers.
Annabeth and Percy get on a Vespa. Will and Percy get on a motorcycle.
yes.
You're right.
Okay.
It's two different
Okay, then I
bikes.
call the motorcycle guy. You
Can I
can
be
be the
the
Vespa
hot
guy.
dog guy that Mrs. O'Leary steals all the hot dogs from?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll be that one.
Um.
All
So
right, Steven
after
Universe.
after his long day with his new friend, he goes back to show his new friend to the crystal gems. They're kind of surprised because they're like, "Hey, that shouldn't be talking to you. It should only be presenting information." And let us look at it. And the mirror is like, "No."
Did you forget Pearl and her symmetry like thing that she's on right now? She really wants symmetry in this pile of items that she murders MC Bear Bear. One of them. I feel like there's been multiple. There not been multiple MC Bear Bears?
Probably. But I mean, if you're Steven and your first one dies and then your second one dies, you just keep renaming it. Listen, Bears named MC Bear Bear is to Steven Universe what the red shirt is to Star Trek.
Mm, it dies every
Pretty,
episode, and then he gets a new one.
that's pretty much it. Shout out to Steven for defending his friend, but also he kind of punched Garnet in the face, and Garnet looks pissed.
Yeah.
Was it fully a punch, or was it just like a slap the glasses away? And I need to relook at this moment
It looked
because
like a
like
slapping her hand away and ended up accidentally knocking the glasses off as well to me.
let me see what happened here. Yeah. Yeah, she's like grabbing for it and it's like super fucking dramatic. And yeah, it's slapping her hands.
This whole section of the episode feels like such a horror twist all at once. When he's on the beach right before it, I feel like it's the first kind of hints of it, but this scene, you fully get like something is not right here.
'Cause it's remixing like the different words that he's saying to make sentences and it's like, "Oh, cool, it's talking to him, but it feels weird."
The first hint of it to me is that one line in the scene before this where it says, "You're pretty funny for a mirror," and just, like, repeats it back. It's like, "Uh-oh." I don't know, at this point, I'm like, I don't like that, Steven. Maybe
A
stop
little
talking to the mirror."
uncanny.
And the way the laughing, like, doubles on itself and everything.
Hey Phoebe, stupid question.
Yeah.
Did you watch Stranger Things when it like first came out, or like did you specifically watch Stranger Things season 4?
I didn't watch season 4.
Okay. So no, because when we were doing the live stream for episode 8 and Eric and I did the Percy wake up meme, neither you or Emily seemed to get it. I'll have to ask Mike now if he's watched it to see if he
Oh,
got it.
no, I got it. I've seen
Oh,
that
you got
clip.
it.
I know it very
Okay.
well. I know what the
Fantastic.
plot is.
You know what the plot is.
Charlie has no idea what's happening. Cool.
Fantastic. Keep it going. Let's not support Steven Universe. Steven Universe, Jesus Christ. Let's not support Stranger Things. It starts with an S. That's why my
I've never
brain's
seen it,
confused.
so
So the
but
gems are now
just
looking for Steven, and Steven runs to the beach,
yep,
being like, "Hey, how do I help
as he
you?"
does.
And the mirror shows him that if he takes the gem out of the mirror, something will happen.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it's created something new. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's like, "Help me, get me out. Ah." And so Steven, what does he do? He starts pulling on the gem, and then there's a lot of water around him, and it like makes this weird symbol. Huh. I wonder what's going on there with the water, everything. I keep forgetting that I don't have to play like super coy on this podcast because I can do spoilers. It's Lapis. It's Lapis Lazuli. She has water powers. Did you know that? She's blue.
But when you don't know that, it's just slowly more and more terrifying.
It's so terrifying. We every time me and Robert are like recording an episode, we're just like, wow, there's like horror elements in Steven Universe. What's up with that?
There's so much of it.
There are too many episodes that we should have called Josh for, and he's just not here.
And he's our friend who has a horror podcast where it's just like he knows these things. He would understand what the heck's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of why this episode is one of my favorites, is that it just feels like such a well, it feels like the start of everything in the whole universe of Steven Universe getting bigger, but
Yeah.
it also just has such, like, creepy, terrible vibes to me. Like,
Yeah, and
as
originally wasn't this in the next episode they thought this was like going to be the finale?
Oh, is that true?
I think that's what I heard is that like Ocean Gem was going to be the yeah, Ocean Gem was going to be the finale. They thought they weren't going to get renewed. They didn't think they were going to get a full season or something.
I remember there being such a like uh direct change from pre this episode and post Ocean Gem.
Yeah.
Like when they got picked up for that second half of season 1, you can just sort of tell like, oh, we got picked up. We're streaming along to imagine if this was like the series finale, like or like the only finale we got because Cartoon Network was like, hey, your little gay space rock show sucks. We're pulling it.
You wouldn't even get
Yeah.
the gay though. Like we don't even know that any of them are really queer yet.
Okay, with how much Pearl like fawns over Rose, we know Pearl is fruity.
I mean, we do. But like, are any of those like top-notch execs gonna know? Are any of them gonna understand what Pearl is saying?
Those top-notch execs were like, "Hey, Rebecca Sugar, please stop making the show gay." And Rebecca Sugar was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna make it gayer."
Yep, as she should.
But I will say, if this had ended with, like, Ocean Gem and we had found out that, like, home was somewhere out there and not here, and that, like, there were more gems and there was just more going on, and then it ended, I don't know what I would have done.
The fanfic would have been like wild, truly wild.
Because
Oh
I
my
was
god.
watching live at this point. Like I was watching the show as it came out, and I know that like these 2 episodes like broke me for a second. I was like,
Oh
"What do you
man,
mean? What do you mean this is what's going on?"
it's the meme. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do
Exactly, that was
you
me.
mean? Robert, we have a meme to make.
We have so many memes to make, but I keep not making them. For a meme page, I kind of lack in making memes for this podcast.
You know what? Explain to me how to make like a meme, but like a real meme.
Oh,
Like a Insta
oh,
reel,
you want a
and then I'll
crash
do
course
that.
in memes? I can do it. Here's the thing. Currently, I'm learning how to like video edit and stuff for like the next stage of what I want to do, and I'm terrible at it right now. But I'll get better at it as if I do it for a long time. That's exactly how I started with the meme page. I was terrible at making memes. I didn't know how to format properly, what the correct fonts to use. But now that I've been doing it for 5 fucking years, I can make a meme like that. That's not something to be proud of, but I'm still proud of it.
Robert, Robert, you need to be the professor of memes.
I could, honest to God, probably teach a course about memes.
Teach a course about memes.
At the
Do
very least,
it.
I could nonstop talk for half an hour about like what makes a good meme.
Do it. It's almost like you've done that on a podcast at least once.
I don't know. Have you guys ever seen those things that are like, gun to your head? What's one subject that you could talk about for half an hour? And if you falter even once, they shoot. And it's like memes. Percy Jackson. I don't know. Some other one of my
Only half an
Spider
hour?
Man.
Half an hour, anything.
Only half an hour?
Yeah, that's like a very famous like prompt thing on the internet that's like someone's holding a gun to your head and they're like you got to speak about one topic consistently for half an hour and if you falter you get shot. What are you going to talk about? And the comments are just full of people with their hyperfixations.
Hmm.
I have like 50 of those and I could talk about them all for 3 hours. So I don't think this is high stakes enough for me, personally.
I'd be like, can I have more time, actually? I would love to talk for more time.
Eventually the gunman's going to be like please let me go, I won't shoot you, and you're like yeah, no, I get that you won't shoot me, but here that's the second doctor. Now let's go on to the third doctor. He was the doctor from 1960, oh shit, 1971 and 1974.
You faltered. No.
Okay, I
Shot.
think there's a difference between faltering and being like, oh shit, when was it? It must have been 1971, 1974. Yeah, he was the third doctor. His name was John Pertwee. Blah 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 blah.
And here I'll just be like, I have a whole PowerPoint set up. Like, what do you
Yep.
want? What do you want me to talk about? I'll go. I'll tell you about the entire Barbie cinematic universe. I'll tell you about it.
I'd be like, so in season 11 of Supernatural.
Now it's very funny that that they drive into Missoula, Montana, because there are only 3 ways to really get into Missoula, and none of them looked like the road with the sign that they drove on in that episode.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So Steven unleashed a gem.
She thanks them, or she thanks him, and she's also like, "Hey, you can't trust the crystal gems," and then she flies off.
Okay, but also
Yeah.
this water magic that she is doing, amazing, terrifying, hot.
Like, is this the first time we've seen a gem have this level of power, like over the earth, over the world around them?
She's like the most powerful gem out of them right now, I think.
Like of what we know at this point.
Yeah.
Like she comes out of nowhere with that amount of power and then says that whole like, "Oh, you're a crystal gem, but you set me free," and like just kind of twists the whole world around. And I was like, "Okay, bye
Wait,
everybody."
are we the baddies? Huh? It's one of those. It's what's happening here. Also, don't we love the like is it like veins or something like this like watery arm that comes out? It looks almost too realistic in like couple of these like shots of it. It looks like it has muscles. The way the water is moving on it.
Pixar is praised for their water animation. Rebecca Sugar, hold my uh, what is a food or drink that Rebecca Sugar likes?
Hold my apple juice. I don't know.
Hold my durian juice.
I don't know what was it that Steven was drinking in the last.
Durian juice. I literally just said it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I couldn't hear what you said.
Because
I'm sorry.
you're lame and gay, Charlie. That's why you didn't hear me.
No, it's literally your deep voice and also your internet sucks. It's
Yeah,
the combination of both of these things. So I can't hear you half the time.
My internet is like, with 2 people, is like, I can barely do this, bud. And then with 3 people, it's like, ah!
Sorry, I'll leave.
No, don't. It's fine.
Phoebe, stop threatening to leave us. We're almost through. We're almost done. It's okay.
Yeah. And then the episode ends with the gems embracing Steven, being like, what the fuck happened? And Garnet being like, Steven, you're grounded.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, don't we love this like design for Lapis where her eyes are like still kind of part of
Hmm.
the mirror?
Is it because her gems cracked? Because her gems cracked.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
believe so. I feel like it's like a combination of that and the mirror thing
Mm.
going on here. Like maybe she was connected to it so long and cuz her gem is cracked, it's kind of
I'm
like
not
fuck with
I'm not gonna lie.
whatever.
I forgot this was a 2-part episode. So when the episode ended, I'm like, where the fuck is the no prob Bob?
We're going to get it next episode.
I say no prob Bob all the time, waiting for people to say it's Lapis, and no one ever does it.
It's Lapis.
Thank
we're
you.
we're going to get the start of the no prob Bob and I love it. Well, my dudes, are we ready to go to the Crystal Temple
For
for
some
some trivia?
trivia? Oh shit. It is revealed
Trivia.
it is revealed that Steven does not know what his school is. That is because he is homeschooled by the Crystal Gems and Greg.
Connie's parents are pictured. They make their first appearance in person in fusion cuisine.
For cultural references, Steven does the moonwalk.
Culture. Your internet just cut out, so I just heard Steve walk.
Yeah,
That was funny.
same.
Steven does the fucking moonwalk.
It probably recorded the right way. It's just funny. The Chrono Panic 4 arcade game may be a reference to Chrono Trigger and the Time Crisis series.
When Lapis parts the ocean in order to get Stephen to come with her, it could possibly be a reference to the Book of Exodus story of Moses, who parted the Red Sea to get the Hebrews to the other side.
So Lapis is canonically Moses. Cool.
I love that one because in the Moses story, when Moses like meets God, it says that the floor under God's feet is lapis lazuli. Like it's the color of lapis lazuli. So
Ooh. Oh,
yeah,
that's
fun fact.
cool. So it's like a double reference. And the person who edits this wiki doesn't even know that. Phoebe, you gotta
Someone
get
get
in
me in there
there.
to add.
I gotta get in
Edit the
there.
Steven Universe wiki. Tell them the things.
This episode is part 1 of a mid-season finale, the second being Ocean Gem.
I was right. Anyway. Pearl's dance from Lars and the Cool Kids is done again while summoning the mirror. I forgot to mention that. It was just so weird when she does that thing like wah, and then it just comes out of her head. I'm like, okay, Pearl, you're a funny little guy.
Stephen knocks Garnet's glasses off, marking the second time her eyes are shown, the first time being in Arcade Mania. However, this time, Stephen did it for a defiant reason.
Dun dun dun.
When Steven starts to walk backwards, there are posters of Beachapalooza in the background.
Oh yeah, because that already happened. Connie is wearing her glasses without the lenses due to her eyes being healed by Steven's saliva in an indirect kiss, which would continue to wear the frames until Nightmare Hospital, where she stops wearing the frames. Yep. That sure was a sentence.
As usual, we don't give a fuck about errors. If you're a sweaty tryhard who cares about that one frame of Pearl being a slightly different shade of teal than usual,
Isn't
touch
it
grass.
funny when that happens? Right?
Just
Yeah.
touch grass. It's okay. It's
Touch
okay.
some fucking grass, people.
If the ocean is not the right shade of blue for 2 frames, no one gives a shit.
No. We don't believe in these errors. All right. Do we have Pearl points to award for this episode?
My Pearl point has to go to Lapis.
What if I want to give mine to MC Bear Bear?
Rest in peace.
Which one? MC Bear Bear the first, the second, the third? Like, which one are you giving it to?
I want to know why that wasn't in the trivia. MC Bear Bear, what happened? Didn't you die like twice? Let me look this up on the wiki.
It's like that Megamind meme. My death was greatly exaggerated.
Oh wait, there's MC Bear Bear and there's Master of Ceremonies Bear Bear,
What
and
the?
they are different bears. What?
I just prefer to think that every bear that Steven loses is called MC Bear Bear. He just regenerates. He's like the Doctor. That is our canonical Time Lord. We have the Time Lord MC Bear Bear.
I didn't realize these were different bears. It's messing with my brain. He's also got like a million other bears, like Sir Barrington. There's Happy Bear, I guess. Also, we can't forget Mr. Queasy. Also rest in peace. Steven's Stuffy collection.
Dwindling by the day.
Chef's
Yeah.
kiss.
So yours is for MC Bear Bear.
Yeah.
Phoebe, who's yours for?
Maybe Mr. Dewey's or Mayor Dewey's head on his truck.
I'm all for disrespecting politicians by calling them Mr. or Mrs.
Mr. Dewey.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jill Biden and her friend and her husband Joe.
Yeah.
Mr. Biden.
Mr. Biden.
Well, I don't
I was
respect that man.
I was gonna say Mr. Obama, but that was gonna lead me down a dark 2012 Tumblr path.
I feel like that's not disrespecting him though. I feel like a lot of people just called him Mr. Obama.
Mr.
I don't know why.
Obama, help me! I'm drowning. I'll do anything. Anything. Yes. Then perish.
What is happening?
I'm referencing an old Tumblr meme. Charlie,
I'm so
how
sorry.
do you
must
not
this
know
one.
this old Tumblr meme?
Charlie doesn't know a lot of things. Charlie isn't alive.
Phoebe, do you know this old Tumblr meme?
Of course. I
Fuck
was
yeah.
on Tumblr.
Hell yeah. I was
She's
also
Phoebe
on
from
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Famously, I
So
was on Tumblr.
Phoebe was Phoebe from Tumblr. And what the hell's our question?
oh shit. Did you ever have a beach summer fun buddy? No, that's a bad question.
Yeah, because that can mean misconstrued. And I'm like, do you mean like, did I make a friend for the summer at like summer camp once, or
Did
like,
you make a friend for the summer once?
or are you
Eyebrow
like,
eyebrows? Huh? Huh?
are you like, hey, did you smooch a bunch of people during the summer and like,
I mean, I could tell you how like I made a lot of friends at camp that were friends at camp, and that was it.
is that actually going to be our question?
Uh,
You know, it's a better question.
what's a better question? What you got?
I
What you
don't know,
got?
Phoebe. What do you got?
Do you know what school is?
Do you know what school is?
Have
No.
you ever been
Okay.
to a school?
Okay, that's not going to be the official question, but I'm going to make that a poll. Do you know what school is? Yes or no? But the actual question, geez Louise, is
Would
do
you pull the gem out of this mirror?
sure, would you pull this honestly is
Ooh.
so like, oh, there's a mysterious voice behind the locked door with all these symbols on it who's telling me to let him go. I'll let him go. Why not? He seems like a nice person.
I feel like 13-year-old Charlie, assuming I am in Steven's position, at least somewhat, probably would just immediately be like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out of it. You asked me to, and you're my friend. Um, adult Charlie is like reading the signs that this is a horror movie, a
Mm.
little bit, and is more hesitant.
13-year-old Robert does not have the capacity or knowledge to be like, this is a terrible idea. 26-year-old Robert does, but often ignores it because fuck it, we ball.
The fuck we ball. I release you.
What about you, Phoebe?
I feel like both 13-year-old Phoebe and modern Phoebe would be like throwing that mirror away the second it started talking to me. I don't care what it's saying. I'd be like, no, I'm sorry.
I'm sure you're a nice possessed mirror, but like, I don't want a possessed mirror.
Yeah. Like, you seem very nice, but actually, it's okay. It's
13-year-old Charlie was lonely and had no friends, so um this would be not just my summer fun buddy. This would just be my only friend. Hi, Lapis. I'll go to space with you.
Charlie, no, you can't breathe in space.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just do what all cartoons do, and let's just put a fishbowl over your head.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It works. It totally works. I don't need any more breathable air than is in a fishbowl.
There's one of those old like, oh fuck, what are they called? Rage comics, like with the fucking like Magusta guy and whatever.
Mm.
That was like ways to breathe in space or underwater or whatever. Wear a fishbowl, have a tree in the fishbowl, infinite oxygen carbon dioxide loop.
That's true.
No,
That's science.
now, now the problem is going up to space or down into the ocean. If you solve the breathing problem, congratulations. Now you'll have to deal with the pressure problem and the temperature problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those don't matter.
Those don't
Probably
matter.
not.
Just wear,
You're
just
probably fine.
wear, just wear a warm jacket, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just like not even too warm a jacket, just like a light like fall jacket maybe.
Wear the most like femme butch jacket you have, because every femme butch that I know uh does not wear like a big enough or a strong enough coat for the winter. They wear like a very pretty coat.
Hmm.
And I know
You
what you're
you should
thinking,
probably
femme
cancel
butch. What do you mean
Charlie.
femme butch? If you
Yeah?
don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. You should probably cancel me because I just been wearing like my hoodie to work and that's it. So I'm like, we're not going outside. It is 30 degrees. So I don't
I
even need a jacket.
I need someone to convince me because I keep like getting shown old BBC Sherlock clips on my YouTube recommendation. I'm like, I would look good with that coat. No, no, I wouldn't. Somebody convinced me not to buy that coat.
I think you should really buy that coat, though.
Do
Really,
it.
it's between that and just
Do it.
like the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who outfits because holy shit, that man
Oh
slayed.
yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
And see, I just really fucked with the tenant outfits. That was Charlie being like a small trans person being like, "Wow, suits? Suits are just I like suits and Converse. Suits and Converse at the same time.
Charlie, not just suits and Converse, suits, Converse, a Converse and trench coat.
And
Hmm.
trench coat. Trench coats though. Like I still have yet to own a trench coat, but like mm mm
The
you
Matt
you
Smith
can't understand.
doctor just looked like a professor, and like it's fine or whatever. But like 10 and 12, they fucked. 11,
I also and yet 11 is like the easiest for me to cosplay because I found a tweed at like the thrift store. So
and like
like
your hair, I guess, best matches 27-year-old Matt Smith.
I mean I've gotten it to work a few times. Yeah.
That's the end of our episode. Hey Phoebe, if you'd like to tell everyone again where they can find you because your podcast is very fun.
It is. It's very
Thank
good.
you. My podcast, if you'd like to find it, is again Monster Donut. We are at PJO Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you want to check us out. And I am at Dramaturg on Twitter, spelled like draw, like with a pencil. Dramaturg.
We
Mm.
love a pun. That's
We
beautiful.
love a pun. And this is also our contractually obligated growing of why the fuck didn't we think of that in re having the username PGO pod.
I mean, I just think like it was the greatest Dom move of like the Percy Jackson podcaster.
That
Is that a
none of
fandom?
us were
Just like
like PGO pod. None of us. All of us were like the name of our pod, like Return to Camp pod or like Seaweed Brain
I
pod.
mean, both of these things make sense for like searchability, but also like, damn, y'all, we're just like we're just gonna be that ballsy. We're just gonna
Yeah,
choose that one.
if people are like, I'm gonna put into Google PJO Pod, Monster
Mm.
Donut's gonna show up. That is some good. I keep forgetting what the fuck the three initial like
Brands,
SEO.
something.
SEO. There we
Is
go.
that it? It's we probably should have gone with something that's easier to. You know what? It's helpful though because when you look up Monster Donut, you just get people talking about their like monster donut that they bought at the store. And so like we need something that's not at Monster Donut, because all you get when you look it up is like the stupidest stuff.
Are Monster Donuts real?
I
I'm
think
I'm
there
still
is a
waiting.
place, like an actual Monster Donut shop somewhere.
I was gonna say I think that means that I was gonna say you and Phoebe, you and Emily need to go there.
Yeah, I need to figure out where
Where
it is that everyone in our tag is visiting.
Okay, there is
and
a Monster Donuts in Texas. There's a Donut Monster in Wisconsin, and there's a Donut Monster in Canada.
we'll go
And
to
they
the Monster
flood
Donut
our tag daily.
and wear your Camp Half-Blood shirt. Do you say the Monster Donut was in Texas?
It's in a town called Leander, Texas, or
Okay, but it's in Texas. Rick Riordan, I'm calling you out.
Copyright infringement.
Never forget he's a Texas boy. Have you seen the first novel he ever wrote? That is a fucking ode to Texas right there.
We'll have to
Uh,
figure out when it opened though in Texas. Who's copying who here?
mm, mm. I don't know. I was gonna say I think y'all need to like make some monster donuts of your own and like post that as a video or something.
We should,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
that'd be
looking
cute.
at like the fucking Google thing, and apparently they also serve Chinese food? Question mark.
Hmm.
What?
I see donuts, and then I also see like Asian cuisine. Is that Asian cuisine? Yeah, those are noodles. Yeah, that's what the fuck is this menu? Can I find a menu? Oh, okay, I can, but I can't fucking zoom in. Fantastic. All right, let's end this episode before I go insane. Hey
I'm
Charlie,
loving this episode. Hello, Robert.
if every podcast were perfect,
We wouldn't have the bits.
thank you again for joining us, Phoebe.
Thank you.
All right, bye bye,
Bye.
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 You can follow this podcast socials at the Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Osman Verse podcast called the Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like The Restricted Section, a chapter-by-chapter Harry Potter pod with lots of spoilers all the time.
Hey, what's up? My name's Christina, and I'm the host of The Restricted Section, which is a super pro-trans rights Harry Potter slander, Harry Potter book club podcast in which all of those weird kids you went to high school with are still reading the damn thing, but now we don't like it as much. Come along with us as we break down this classic fantasy series and show you how it is actually extremely problematic, not only the author, but also the text itself. We should have known. We were so young and innocent. If only we could have trusted the adults who were writing the things that we put into our brain. But anyway, don't get me wrong, we enjoy Harry Potter, we have a good time. We're currently covering Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which is probably for the best because I don't really remember any of that book, despite the fact that I've read it probably 10 times. Come along with me into the world of Harry and take a intersectional feminist lens, a racial justice lens, a queer rights lens, all the lenses that the author probably wishes we wouldn't use to break down this book to figure out why we love it and why it's bad. New episodes every Wednesday wherever you get podcasts.
My sister loves to cook. That's her love language, so she just, casually makes chicken marsala.
Cute.
While you're recording a podcast, here, have some
I'm
dinner.
gonna pretend like I heard anything you just said. What?
While you're recording a podcast, just have some dinner. Here you go.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the great thing about this, because if I just turn away and eat, it's not loud. It's
Dave X Media.